Greetings, everybody! Ho ho! It is a marvelous Monday. I am very excited for this week. We have a lot to talk about. Midnight's Edge in the morning is coming up right after the show. Going to talk about some really interesting things, cinema performance, and also a video game hack, which, believe it or not, we'll probably talk a little bit about here today. And if you didn't see my short, well, there's more news out there. I'm looking forward to today's show, but I'm looking forward to saying hi to each and every one of you. So let's do that real quick, shall we? Here we go. We have a house full of dragons, ladies and gentlemen. We got Dragon Master 360, Dr. Dragon, of course. We've got Captain Fandom Nerd. We've got Olaf Von S and Liger Fan all hanging out with us early. The lovely Sherry is here. Great to see you, dear. And Judicon is also in the house. We've got our friend Cody Guy out there. It looks like Emotionally Unstable Amphibian is here as well. And we've got the Cheese Factor. Cassith says, hello. Hello to you. Of course, we've got Snortopoopas Q Burr here, as well as Theme Park Casual and Low Spec Linux Laptop. Good to see you. We've got D Bud Martin. What is going on, my wrench? We've got DS Ford in the house as well. We've got another wrench and Darren Hughes. What's going on, my friend? And of course, Dapper Bard Games hanging out with us. Let's get this week started right indeed. Let's see. Critizable. The Rainbow Knight is here as well. And we've got Fat Elvis also reminding you to, smash the thumb, or at least hit the like button. I don't really want you to smash your thumb. I mean, other people might want you to do that. I don't really think so. That's a good idea. But hey, we've got Rod Thunderheart in the chat, as well as Shrap 3D. Whew, so many folks. I appreciate it. Dad Man Walking 55 is in the house. We got Ruben, Christopher Haynes. Good to see you, my friend. KR Nut 82. 6 is here. You've seen my shorts, huh? All right. Not those kind of shorts. Look, we got Magitech Mags in the house. It is great to see you. There's some other folks that rolled in the door as well before we get started, like Mighty Orbots and Magic Poop. Morgan King is here as well. A few other folks rolling in as we get ready to start. Keck 44 is here. We've got Forbidden Ruins. Been a minute. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Let's see. Who else popped in? There are a few other folks. Oh, there's Ironcaster. I knew I saw somebody else. And of course, we have all of you that I didn't get to because, we got to start the show. And with that, here we go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever and whenever you're watching. Thanks for checking out the 6-Minute Daily. It is Monday, September 19th. We are not that far removed from, the next meetup in Orlando, Florida. If you're coming, can't wait to meet you. Looking forward to that. But let's get started with the news today. We do have several stories and not a lot of time to get through them. We've got thousands mourning. Of course, this story leads the day. The Queen's funeral in London. The procession extended well over a mile. This is, again, the way that they transfer power, a celebration of ascension, whatever you'd like to call it. But I'm at a loss for words, but there are people in the UK who are not. People who are, they're absolutely lambasting these two people. These are two presenters are forced to deny reports they queue-jumped to visit Queen Elizabeth II's coffin. Now, mind you, if you've seen any of the coverage, the line was long, miles long, to get in to pay the final respects to the Queen, the general public, while she remained in state. And interestingly enough, everybody's in that line. I mean, and nobody Q jumped, nothing like that. Even famous soccer players like Beckham and other celebrities stood in line with everybody else to make that a part of their celebration of her life and to honor her. And these two were accused of jumping the queue, and let me tell you, it's not going well for them. Not going well for them at all. 50 Cent is actually parting ways with Stars, which means he's leaving his Lionsgate deal. He says no hard feelings, but he still has a bunch of shows over there on Stars, like all the Power shows. He's looking for greener pastures. I imagine he's going to get well paid. He's got like 25 productions going right now, so he's doing pretty well. So we'll see what happens with G Unit and his entire production slate. It'll be interesting. James Cameron was talking recently about Avatar's re-release. Of course, they took it off of Disney Plus so they could do that. And they put it back in theaters, to bring more eyeballs to this film, saying there's a whole generation of young people that may have seen this film, but they never saw it on the big screen. Yeah, because it was like back in 2009. And you're going to release 4 more films after this. Ooh, I hope they're good. We'll see what happens with Way of Water, which is going to release the end of this year. But this is what that is. And it is what it is. Chaka Zulu, who is the manager for Ludacris, longtime manager actually, faces a murder charge because he defended himself in a parking lot skirmish in which he was actually injured. This is an odd story. In fact, a lot of people responded with, I don't understand why he's being charged. But we'll see what comes of this. I want to say thanks to Mexican Iron Man for the $9.99 super chat that says, become a member today. Sometimes we have member streams and stuff. And when you're a high roller level, you get invited to VIP streams that are never scheduled. That's not true. Mikey, I love you. All right, we're going to keep going from here. Thanks for that interruption, Mike. Wall Street opens lower ahead of expected interest rate hikes. Yeah, no kidding. This is a downward spiral we're going to continue to see. In fact, we're not even measuring it properly. In the old days, we used to call it the misery index, the index under Jimmy Carter. Now it's going to be called the pain index, I imagine. How much pain? That's right, it's pain. Fed to signal more rate hikes ahead. No kidding. So we're going to see housing sales slump. See new home build slump. We're going to see unemployment rise. We're going to see a massive escalation in other types of, inflationary things. This is not going to put inflation under control. You have to stop printing money to get inflation under control. But look, the Swiss have signed a controversial $6 billion deal to purchase F-35 fighters. So at least the military-industrial complex is alive and well here in the United States. We've got new Orlando terminal opening up in Orlando for expanded Florida tourism. They hope. Actually, they are one of the busiest airports in the world. $2.8 billion for this. I've seen this thing, and it is amazing. Can't wait to actually show up there someday. Court rules in favor of a Texas law on social media regulation. You're going to want to watch tonight's Yelling at Parked Cars for more coverage on this subject. It's going to be well worth your while. And Rockstar Games blames hacker for major GTA 6 leak. And let me tell you, at least they acknowledged it. And this was a leaker that is basically a 16-year-old kid. He was a former Lapsus member. And he's been kind of exposed. They actually named him in one of the hacker forums, by the way. He's also responsible for this hack over at Uber. So this is not this guy's first rodeo, and he basically just causes havoc. He doesn't steal the data, use it, but somebody got scammed out of 5 Bitcoins or something based on the GTA 6 hack. We'll talk about that more on Midnight's Edge in the morning. And finally, a trail of slime leads German customs to a bag of giant snails. That's right, 100 in all, amongst some other interesting creatures that weren't supposed to be at the airport. In fact, a baggage handler actually tripped over one of the snails thinking it was a toy, finding out it was a real animal. Well, in this case, I guess an insect. I don't know, it was a snail. Anyway, it's weird. Be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. And until next time, bye!
Thanks for visiting today. Be sure you're subscribed and hit that for alerts.
Yay!
Of course, like and share all of the videos that you can, as it helps with the algorithm. Have a great day.
By the way, Six just mentioned in the chat, see you all over on Midnight's Edge in the morning if you have the time to spare. It's going to be a lot of fun. Chris Gore is going to be featured there, of course. Hopefully he's catching up on his coffee intake. I'm going to have to go get him a coffee. I got another super chat from our good friend Pinochet's Helicopter Tours. Yeah, Take-Two is infamous for punishing leaders severely. Wow. People are in trouble. Let me tell you, Slack is not exactly the most secure platform in the world. They had an open hash password for 5 years. That was pretty easy to get into. But if you pay attention to these security things, there's a lot of insecurity when it comes to social media and how you exchange with two-factor authentication. But that's a talk for another time. Have a great day, everybody. See ya.